When somebody loved me, everything was beautiful. Every hour spent together lives within my heart.
Sweet mother of Abraham Lincoln, I'll call for help. Yodel-hoo-hoo.
You're watching Today I Grew Up. Hey guys, it's Today I Grew Up doing a crazy Toy Story mod today. Today's video will be something that's always been requested from me, which is we have to rip Jessie's head off because people think that the Disney Store body is better than the Signature Collection Jessie body. So we're going to remove the head off of Signature Collection Jessie and put it on Disney Store body because it's more movie accurate, supposedly. So let's check it out. So here on the back of the neck, there is a zip tie. And so we're going to snip this back here under the collar. So it won't really ruin it. We're just creating kind of like a slit so that we can remove the zip tie, as you can see here on the back of Signature Collection Jessie's neck. So I'm going to take my scissors and we're going to just give it a little snip and remove the zip tie. So I already did that off camera and I slipped it right out. As you can see, it's just a small standard zip tie. Don't worry, I have extra ones we can replace it with. And as I look underneath, I'm like, how do I take this out? So it's kind of like an unscrew. You can unscrew it off of the neck, but you have to pull a little bit. So you have to give it a little force and pull it off. So once we pull off the head, it reveals a wire, which I didn't expect. I didn't know that. I mean, I know there's electronics in Signature Collection Jessie, but I didn't know about the wire thing. So you got to be kind of careful with that because I do want the option of possibly putting this back together if I have to. So I'm just going to be careful, not mess with the wires. I'm just going to unconnect it because you can. It's kind of meant to unconnect. So that was really cool. So I didn't have to cut anything or damage anything. So far I haven't really damaged this. I could put it back together if I wanted to. So that's what's cool about this mod is if you guys want to change it back, you probably could, and it wouldn't mess with anything. So here's a wire that's sticking up, and that's what you're left with. This neck joint that has a wire coming out and also has a place where you can screw in the head if you want to. I'm not going to mess with any of the electronics, like I said. Everything should still work as normal on the Signature Collection body. This is what it looks like with the head off. So here is Disney Store Toy Story 4 release, Jessie. $30. You can find it very cheaply. And if you noticed, I did something new here. I changed the belt because I hate the Disney Store belt. It's not movie accurate. If you look at the movie still, it looks more yellow. It does not look like this. I don't know what Disney Store was thinking. I don't like their belt. So I very carefully cut it off. And it was hard to do. I didn't do that on camera, but it was really cool to find this movie accurate belt that I found from this ugly Jessie doll that I got on eBay accidentally once. They just sent it in and I was like, cool. And I noticed they had a movie accurate belt on it. So I cut it off of that ugly Jessie and I was able to transfer it onto the new one. I also cut this ugly Jessie's legs off. And the reason why I did that was because this ugly Jessie has movie accurate belt and also movie accurate chaps. These chaps are made out of cloth. So this will solve our problems, guys, because Toy Story Collection Jessie, her chaps always crack over time because they're like plastic or pleather, but these are cloth. So they're a little dirty. I'm going to throw them in the wash and clean them up, and we can probably transfer that over later. I'm not going to do it in this video, but in the future, be prepared. That could happen next. Because if you look at the chaps on the Disney Store, they shouldn't be sparkly like that. So I definitely could think if you guys want to up your movie accurate game for Jessie, get these cloth chaps. I don't know the name of this ugly Jessie toy that I got, but yeah, happy hunting. Well, here is Signature Collection Jessie's head, and we're going to swap it with Disney Store because Disney Store head, although it's nice, it's not toy mode Jessie. So, like the movie, I like the toy mode, so I'm trying to achieve that. So we're going to do the same thing we did with Signature. We're going to cut a little slit there in the back with scissors, and we're going to reveal the slip. It also has a zip tie, so that works for us because then we can replace that. And I am going to slip it right out just like Signature Collection Jessie. And for this one, the head without the zip tie falls right off like butter. So that's really easy. This is not going to be hard for us to put the new head on. So the zip tie is going to be our only sense of stability on this one, because Signature, yeah. So I tucked the wire in the head with an extra zip tie to hide the wire because we don't need it. It's the Disney Store body. It operates differently. So I'm going to slip the zip tie into the hole there, and it works. It actually fits, even though the zip tie is a little bigger than the original. And now I'm going to slip in the Signature Collection Jessie head into the Disney Store body, and we're going to put the zip tie tight. We're going to tighten it really tight so that the head does not fall off, and I'm going to cut off the extra zip tie plastic so that we can hide it behind her collar. So I did that successfully, as you can see. Cut off the extra plastic, and I'm going to tuck the extra zip tie piece behind her collar like it was originally, and it actually worked out, guys. It held her head in place. I was pulling on it really hard and it wasn't coming out, so tightening your zip tie really tight really is helpful. So it wasn't as hard as I thought. This mod didn't take me as long as I thought it was going to. So here we go, guys. We have a brand new movie accurate mod. We took the head of a Signature Collection Jessie and we put it on a Disney Store 2019 body. So we have a more movie accurate Jessie now. Upgrading the belt is great. Upgrading the chaps will be next. But man, I think this looks way more like the movie than, yeah, like anything we've seen on the market, just by making hybrids from things that we already have released. So what do you guys think of this mod? Let me know in the comments below what you think of this. I think that it looks really good for several reasons. Well, it's more floppy of a doll, and in the movie, Jessie is a very floppy doll. Signature Collection is not as floppy as this, and I'll show that later. Also, the arms are just longer, and in the movie, the arms are supposed to be long and floppy, not short and chubby like Signature body as you see here on the right. So as you can see, Signature has some problems on the body. Also, the shirt's a little too glossy on Signature. The arms are a little too short, not as floppy. The jeans are a little too dark on Signature Collection. I really like the jeans from Disney Store. I think they did a good job. I like the slim profile too. Signature Collection's a little chubby and fat. Disney Store's a little slim and slender, and a little bit more like we see Jessie in the movie, in my personal opinion. You guys can disagree with me, but this is what I think from researching the movie more. Now, with the belt swap, it just makes this more movie accurate in my view. And what I really like about all this is the electronics still work on both of these. There is no issues with electronics. So, check it out.
Sweet mother of Abraham Lincoln, I'll call for help. God bless.
So as you can see, Jessie still works. The electronics are not affected by a head swap, so that's great. And here's the fun part. I was having a lot of fun playing with Jessie in terms of playing her as a floppy rag doll. As you guys remember in Toy Story 2, Jessie's supposed to be a rag doll from like the 50s, from the Woody's Roundup show that was popular back in the day. So Jessie's a vintage rag doll toy. What's really cool is that I can still turn her head because of the zip tie holding it in place, but it still works for this mod. So the head swap is a success. I don't have any worries or fears about the head falling off. Even if you're a collector and you just want to display it, better. If you want to play with it as a kid, it'll still work. And the one thing about Disney Store that I didn't like was the hat was too heavy, so the head slumped way more over. But here with the Signature head, and I think it just looks and feels better. It just overall feels better, like the movie. Floppy arms, floppy body. It's just, I don't know. The hair is too big on Disney Store. That's why I like the Signature hair better. It's a slimmer profile. It just, I don't know. If you guys look at Toy Story 2 or you look at other movies with Jessie in it, you will see that this looks more movie accurate. Well, that's just my opinion, but this is also from you guys out there. trying to tell me what you think is more movie accurate. So again, is just look at the arms, how short they are in Signature. They're too short. And when I flop both of these bodies around, look at the ragdollness of Disney Store. Way more movie accurate, guys. Tell me if I'm wrong, but this is just my observation. The arms are supposed to hang lower. Also, on Signature, it almost looks like Jessie has muscles, or she's really buff. She's been going to the gym. So they're kind of bulging off of her shoulder sockets. But on Disney Store, they're more slim and more ragdoll and skinny. And I think that's a way more movie accurate. Now, what's cool is you can use the Signature Collection stand to still put it on there, and it still works. So you can still put this on a stand. You can throw it around as a ragdoll body with the hat, without the hat, it still works. Signature Collection hat also has a strap, so you can kind of hold her in place on her head so it won't fall off. But yeah, there's just a lot to appreciate about this, in my personal view. What do you guys think of this mod? I think it's a little crazy, but I think it came out way better than my expectations. I think this is an awesome mod. Well, let's do another mod for fun. Since I have extra pieces, I'm going to take the Toy Story 4 Disney Store Jessie head and see if we can put it on the Signature body for fun, to see what that looks like. The only problem is the neck is too long like a giraffe, so I need to cut it down. It is too long. So I have to figure out a way to make this work. So I got a genius idea. Kids, don't try this at home. I got my trusty table saw. I'm going to saw off the extra part of the neck there where the line is. I sawed it off, so this way I'll be able to transplant the head to make it fit on Signature Collection body, hopefully. I am going to put the wire through the head, although it's not going to really do anything for this toy, because but that shouldn't affect the voice box. So I'm going to try to jam this in and see if there's a perfect fit involved. And to my surprise, guys, with a little force, I was able to fit it without any modifications. So after cutting it, that was enough. And a zip tie, this is not even with a zip tie, and it's really strong. And you can still rotate the head. I'm trying to like pull the head off, and it doesn't come off. So that was probably way easier than the first mod that I did with Signature. So guys, if you guys want to use your extra pieces, you can have fun and put Disney Store head on Signature body if you like that look, or if you want that look, or for fun, it works. So I'm surprised. I didn't know what I was doing going into this. So as I created these mods, you guys are the first ones to ever see this, and I'm the first person I know that's ever done this. Here they are, side by side. A complete modified head swap. You have both bodies and heads basically swapped. Signature Collection head on Disney Store body, and Disney Store head on Signature Collection body. So you guys can see the difference and how much better it may look. Now, in the comments below, you might be able to disagree with me. Maybe you guys will think that this looks worse or this looks ugly. Let me know. I'm really curious what you guys think. My personal opinion, overall, I think the Jessie with the Disney Store and Signature combo, it looks too goofy. I think the body's off. I think the head is off. It's not movie accurate. It's not toy mode. Now, if you look on the right, I definitely agree that Signature Collection head looks best on Disney Store floppy body. And with the belt swap especially, looks great. Well, as always, guys, thank you guys for watching, for liking, for subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next video review.